Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Texas Longhorns season preview and prediction video. I apologize. I'm recording this later. Some things came up, but I'm recording this on Sunday night. I'm going to post this probably early Monday morning, and then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and have a guest come on at around 4:30 Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Eastern on my other channel, Go Pats 99, where I'm going to preview and predict the Jacksonville Jaguars. But let's get on with the Texas Longhorns season preview and prediction video. Just like my Philadelphia Eagles prediction video, not really a lot to say about what Texas is losing. The only thing Texas is really losing is quarterback Quinn Ewers, but they could easily replace that with Arch Manning. I don't really think Texas is going to be affected a lot by talent losses. I think it's going to be more down the road somewhere, unless Sarkisian does really well in the portal. Again, Sarkisian's still going to be there. Great coordinators, great roster, great team. Let's get into Texas 2025 preview and prediction. First game is Ohio State. Not going to spend a lot on this one because I already talked a lot about why I think Texas is beating Ohio State in the Ohio State preview. But I think that because Texas is more ready to win in week one than Ohio State is, that I think Texas wins this one. After that, you finish off your non-conference slate with San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston. You should run through all three of them. Then you get your bye week, following which you go on the road to play Florida. Again, not much to talk about here. Billy Napier, probably on his way out. He's lucky he got an 8-5 season and he could stay one more year before prepping to go to whatever group of 5 school would probably need him, because in terms of Power 5, he's flopped. I think Texas runs right through him even though it's in the swamp. Versus Oklahoma and Dallas, Texas, again, I've said it a lot about Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma's going to do very well this year with lack of talent and with Brent Venables, who doesn't really know what he's doing as a head coach. And I think it's going to be his last year. I think Texas wins this one. At Kentucky, speaking of coaches that I think are on their last year at their school, Mark Stoops, 4-8 last year with Kentucky. And I think Kentucky's in for a similar year this year, if not worse. And so I think Texas beats Kentucky on October 18th. Following that, you play Mississippi State, another bottom dweller in the SEC. I think you run through this one. There's a lot of games on Texas' schedule this year that don't really concern me. Maybe Ohio State so far, but that too doesn't concern me because Ohio State's trotting out new players in key positions, whereas Texas isn't. And so I think that helps Texas, even though it's in Ohio State, that I think Texas would win that one. But then you get to before you get to your second bye week, you play Vanderbilt on November 1st in Vanderbilt. So yeah, that could concern you, but I think you're a lot more talented than Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt was a good feel-good story last year, especially when the humblest team in the SEC beat the number 1 team in the nation at the time. But that's just exactly what it is, a feel-good story. Vanderbilt, in tradition, will have 1 or 2 good years in succession and then flop. The only real exception was when James Franklin was there, and ever since he went to be the head coach at Penn State, it's been back to the same old with Vanderbilt. So I think you run right through Vanderbilt. You get your your second bye week, and then you get probably your toughest opponent of the year because you have to go on the road and play Georgia. Now, Georgia last year beat you twice. One time they beat you at home, and then they beat you for the SEC title game. Now, one thing I found weird, before you go all saying, oh, obviously Georgia's going to beat Texas, it's in Georgia. Look at a strange statistic and you realize that Texas played better in a neutral site game against Georgia in Georgia because it was in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so obviously there was going to be more Georgia fans than there were Texas fans. They did better in that atmosphere than they did in their own home stadium. And then this year they're going to a true home game. I think Texas actually gets the win here. I think Texas pulls the upset. Two major upsets Texas pulls that I think will Texas will pull on the road. Texas might very well be the best road team in the SEC, or possibly even the entirety of college football. So I think you beat Georgia, and then afterwards you play Arkansas, think you win that one. But then you have to come home to play Texas A&M. Texas A&M, I actually think you lose this one. I get that it's at home. I get that you're a better roster than Texas A&M, but we've seen Texas A&M pull some very weird stuff in the final week of the season against rivals. We've seen them do that multiple times against LSU. We've seen them do that against Alabama. I think Texas A&M will beat Texas in the last week of the season. So there you go. Rather quick one because there wasn't really a lot to talk about in terms of quality of opponents with Texas, nor was there a lot to talk about in terms of what's leaving and what's coming back. So this one was a rather short one, but I still wanted to get it out because Texas is one of the premier teams in the league. A lot of people think they're going to the playoffs and could make a deep run, so I wanted to make a preview and prediction video about them. As I've said before, I'm alternating between preview and predictions for this channel and the Go Pats 99 channel. I'm gonna set this one to probably come out around 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. on Monday morning, and then later on the same day, around 4:30 Eastern, I'll be recording the Jacksonville Jaguars preview and prediction video with a special guest. And so I hope to see you in that one as well on the Go Pats 99 channel, which I will again link in the description. Have a great day. I hope you had a blessed weekend. I hope that you are doing well. And obviously, as always, roll tide. Have a good day.